Hey, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to Late Night Frights. So this week we're back with a theme, and the theme for this week is our Universal Monsters theme. And really what that is, we're reviewing the classic monster movies like Dracula, Frankenstein, The Invisible Man, The Bride of Frankenstein, Creature from the Black Lagoon, The Blob, The Wolfman, just, stuff like that. Like from the 30s to like 50s, through that time period, just like the very original monster movies. So, as you can already tell from the title of this video, I am reviewing The Blob. And this is a very interesting theme, and I was actually surprised with The Blob. It was different, and I'll get more into that right after we take a look who starred in the movie and who directed it. So The Blob was made back in 1958, and the directors are Irvin S. Yeaworth Jr. and Russell S. Dalton Jr. And it stars Steve McQueen and Anita Corsott. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the general plot for The Blob is that a mysterious creature from another planet resembling a giant blob of jelly lands on Earth. And the people of a nearby small town refuse to listen to some teenagers who have witnessed the blob's destructive power. So that is the general plot for The Blob. Not giving too much away, but it crawls, it creeps, it eats you alive. The Blob, right? And they had like a little catchy theme to it at the beginning of the movie. I forget what it was, but it was like da 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 the Blob. I forget the lyrics, but like the intro, it doesn't make it look like it's going to be a horror movie, just like one of those classic conga movies where they're just like a musical or something. It's funny, but it was made back in the 50s, and so that was kind of the thing back then. But this movie, the story, for back in the 50s, this is a decent story. I will give it that. For back in its day, I thought, just to go into this movie with the mindset that I am, in the 50s, I'm watching something like this for the first time, and even though, I'm not really back in the 50s, I kind of looked at it from that, perspective, and it was unique. I will give that. It is unique. It is a decent movie. It is a very clean movie, and I'm sorry that I'm messing with my eyes. Hair is getting in my eyes, and I can't stand that. But this movie is so clean. It's not rated, and today's standards of a not rated film means that you're going to see a lot of nudity and a lot of sex scenes and a lot of cussing. This movie was a guy used a substitute for the S word. He said shucks and other things like that. This is such a friendly monster killing movie. This monster kills roughly about 40 people, but it's not rated. It's that friendly. And to me, that's hilarious. The acting in it was pretty decent. Kind of what you'd usually see in a movie back in the 50s, stuff like that. So nothing really out of the ordinary. There wasn't really too many scenes where somebody would have to cry or anything, so it wasn't really being tested in their acting that much. but just like little things that they added in there that kind of just made it seem like, you know, regular teenagers. One of them was talking, and they was all standing around cars, and this guy was scratching the back of his knee, and I don't know if he actually had that itch, and he was doing that on camera, not really giving a crap, or if he was doing that to kind of put something like a little character into that role that he was playing. So just little things like that, you know, I nod to, I respect when people like throwing something like that, so they're not really like stiff, you know, just like saying their lines, you know, when they kind of actually get into that character and don't really look at it as acting, just you do. So early on in this movie, we find out that there is a dog, and it is the dog belongs to the person who actually finds the blob. So for them to get this dog to act the way they wanted it to, they didn't show up, but I swear to God, this was not a real dog bark. My dad even pointed this out. Some guy was in the cabin barking, and when the old man went to walk outside, a fake dog was trying to leave the house, and he pushed it back with his hand, and the way you can tell it was fake, the paws were not moving. It was just sliding across the floor trying to get out, and me and my dad both died laughing at that. It's very funny, but also like some of the effects in this movie. Like the blob itself, the blob's fine. I really like the blob effects. But like when they kind of had power lines falling or something like that, it just looked really bad. And even though I was trying to watch it, you know, with that mindset, this is the first time I saw anything like this. This is a revolution. I still could not get past that without chuckling. It's like, oh my God, great. This is, you know, I was just joking around, but I really do like this movie. I'm not really that big into like the you know, very like the old horror movies like the ones that we're reviewing right now this week. But watching The Blob has definitely kind of piqued my interest in wanting to watch more of these classic horror films. So I definitely like to, you know, find them and watch them. So this was actually a really cool theme, and it kind of made me want to watch more classic horror movies, so that's awesome. There's a scene in this movie that is so funny. The doctor and the nurse. The nurse, I couldn't help it. Like the look on her face, like her scared face. It is so funny. But like I said, I'm not really bashing on this movie. I really do like it, and I do not possess a copy of The Blob, and I want to kind of talk about, well, tell you where I, you know, actually got to watch this at, and I hope they don't get mad at me for doing this, not Late Night Frights, but the company, and I got to watch this on Hulu Plus. So if you have Hulu Plus, definitely check out The Blob if it's something that would interest you. Like I said, it is very kid-friendly. It is very family appropriate. Even though it has 40 deaths in it, it's very clean, okay? Uh, but it does have really good effects. Some of the things like the dog, they show an actual dog later on in the movie, but the dog at the beginning, just the bark and everything, it sounds like a human barking. My dad can do a better dog bark than the one that was performed in that movie. So just you know, little things like that. But I did really enjoy myself, you know, watching this movie. It really did surprise me. I thought it was going to be just very dull, very boring, but I actually did end up liking it. So definitely, if you have Hulu Plus and you want to watch this movie and you don't really own a copy of it, go on Hulu Plus and check it out. And so I think that is it for this video, guys. Please get a like, comment if you liked the movie, or the review. kind of tired right now. I just woke up. But also give a comment if you like the movie or not. And also just stay tuned for the videos from the other members this week. And check us out on Facebook. I'll try to post something soon on Facebook. I like to kind of ask, everybody who follows us on Facebook, what they think about the movie, to just kind of get in a conversation with you guys. So, definitely go check that out if you haven't checked us out on Facebook yet. And once again, this is Jeremy telling you to be careful, because you never know what might be lurking in the shadows or in an asteroid.